Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am here with 21 Pilots again. This is I believe, the fifth track on the 21 Pilots album, and it's called Friend Please. So we'll have a listen to the song, and then I will discuss the lyrics afterwards and see if there's anything to pull out of there. There usually is with 21 Pilots and Tyler's amazing writing. So let's have a listen and then a look. Here we go.
I feel for you, but when did you believe you were alone? You say that spiders crawled inside and made themselves a home where lions once was. Petrified of who you are and who you have become. You will hide from everyone, denying you need someone to exterminate your bones. Friend, please remove your hands from over your eyes for me. I know you want to leave, but friend, please don't take your life away from me.
Wow. I like that intro. I don't know what's making that sound, whether it's synthesizers or what, but yeah, very, very inventive intro. They always do. Always at the beginning of the song, you sort of know it's 21 Pilots. You certainly know as soon as you hear Tyler's voice, but it's always different too. There's always they play with the music in so many different ways. So that's fun. Tyler's voice is incredible, and the meaning of the song. We're going to look at the lyrics afterwards, but I'm getting a fairly strong feeling here that it's a plea for someone not to commit suicide, and I go there more quickly than I would if this had been the first song I heard. I wouldn't, but because of the other songs that we've heard and knowing sometimes where 21 Pilots goes, this sounds like that's what's going on. Let's see. I'll back it up just a little bit here because I think he was about to switch it up a little. Let's see.
Friend, please don't take your life away from me. Living like a ghost, you walk by everyone you know. You say that you're fine, but you have lost your sway and glow. So I stop by to let you know.
What a great way to say that. You say you're fine, but you have lost your sway and flow. I might not have got that exactly right, but something like that. I used to have a friend. He is dead himself now, but when someone died, whether from natural causes or disease or suicide, whatever, would always say he lost his sense of humor. So I'm thinking of that when he say you lost your sway and flow. Yeah, sometimes we lose our sway and flow when we get into a severe depression or suicidal depression. I've certainly had lots of experience with that and write about it. Um, a little plug for me. Check out my books if you haven't already. You can read it for free if you have Kindle Unlimited, I think it's called. But anyway, enough about me. Tyler and Josh, what an amazing job they're doing here. I backed it up a little bit. Let's keep going. I'm talking too much.
You're fine, but you have lost your sway and glow. So I
Tyler, switch up.
Friend, please remove your hands from over your eyes for me. I know you want to leave, but then please don't take your life away from me.
Wow. Very, very powerful lyrics. We're going to look at the lyrics separately in just a moment. Uh, yeah, the music was amazing too. There was a big build up there, but at the end, when it was just Tyler and the piano, and the same message, of course, that we had throughout the song, but sometimes less is more. So, in contrast with the rest of the music, so you needed that, but then that ending with just as I say, his voice and the piano, very gentle keying of the piano. That's the wrong term, but uh, is extraordinarily powerful. Really touches your soul, really touches your heart. Speaking colloquially, of course, as you know me. But yeah, it's very, very powerful and emotional, particularly if you've lost someone to suicide or if you've, attempted that yourself. And if you succeeded, of course, you have no thoughts. But if you're still here, as I am, there are days when you think, damn, I'm not even good at that. And it can be incredibly emotional, incredibly sad when you've lost someone, and I have done that too. And yeah, it's a powerful song, and it's talking about something very, very touching, emotional, and complicated, much more complicated than some people think. I don't blame people for committing suicide, but I wish they wouldn't because there is so much to live for. But I understand the arguments against too. So I get the complexity of it. Let's have a look at the lyrics now. Written by Tyler, of course. Friend, please. So it's pleading for someone not to go. I feel for you, but when did you believe you were alone? You say that spiders crawled inside and made themselves a home where light once was. So once there was a lot of light up here, there was a lot of hope, a lot of things to live for, but now you're feeling alone and you feel like spiders have crawled in there and building cobwebs up here. We often say we have cobwebs in our head. So great imagery that he has here. Petrified of who you are and who you have become, you will hide from everyone, denying you need someone to exterminate your bones. So you hide away sometimes when you're really depressed. You don't want to see anybody. So you in a way you need people, but it's the time when you push them away. You try to keep them away from you for various reasons. Sometimes you just don't want to depress other people. You don't want to bring other people down. But you just feel that you're alone, and it's very difficult to get over that feeling if you're in it deeply. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. Uh, and you do hide sometimes. You shut the doors, you lock them, you say, goodbye, cruel world, leave me alone. Friend, please remove your hands from over your eyes for me. I know you want to leave, but friend, please don't take your life away from me. So, yeah, remove your hands. I think just implying that there's a lot there is a lot that you can't see sometimes when you're in this depression or anxiety. So you don't literally have your hands over your eyes, but in a sense you're blinded to the good. You're blinded to what could be, even though right now it feels terrible and bad. Um, and he's pleading for this person or these people to see the good again. And I know you want to leave, but don't take your life away from me. The truth is, the people who uh, are ultimately hurt after a successful attempt are the ones that are left behind, right? Or even if a person dies of natural causes, the people who are in pain afterwards are the people here, not the person who died, right? The person who died is gone. It's the people left that have the pain and the suffering. The person who is about to commit suicide is suffering now, but afterwards it's the people left behind that are suffering. So he's pleading, don't do that. Living like a ghost, you walk by everyone you know. You say that you're fine, but you have lost your sway and glow. Oh, I thought it was flow when I heard it. Sorry. So I stopped by to let you know. But I still like that line, but you've lost your sway and glow. So it's the same idea that you've lost your way. You've lost that light that he mentioned before. Living like a ghost. Yeah, it's like the Walking Dead. You're already gone. You're in your mind. You're already dead. You're just. It's the worst of both. You're dead and yet you're still suffering, rather than being dead and not suffering. So that's why you want it, because you think at least end this suffering. Because I'm really not here anyways. I'm not. I'm not really living. And you walk by everyone you know, and you're lying. You're saying you're fine, but you're really not fine. And again, there's multiple reasons for that. You don't want to depress other people. You don't want to also be seen as weak or having lost it, so to speak. So there's many reasons why you do that. You also think there's no help anyway, so why bother? And who really wants to hear my problems? Like all of these things go through your mind, and that's why you say you're fine. And also, it's just a thing, right? You go into a shop, you're buying a candy bar or something. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. It's just a thing we say. It's like an automatic response. I know you want to leave, but friend, please don't take your life away from me. Would you let me know your plans tonight? Because I just won't let go till we both see the light. So, trying to be helpful to a friend or to his audience, because I know that they talk to their audience, and I'm sure they've had lots of messages from audience members who have attempted. But we'll both see the light. So, we can do it together, right? I've been there, I've seen the dark, I know what it's like. But together we can see the light. And I have nothing else left to say, but I will listen to you all day. Yes, I will. So sometimes a person just needs someone to listen. They don't have to comment. They don't have to have an answer. In fact, sometimes one of the reasons you say you're fine is because you don't want those answers. You've heard them so many times. They start to sound like cliches, and the person is well intentioned. They're trying to help, usually. Sometimes people can be annoying, but they're usually trying to help. But you've heard it so many times, it's meaningless. It doesn't touch you. It can't help you. And in fact, it sometimes is offensive to you, even though you know they're not meaning to be offensive. They're your friends and they're trying to help, or their family. But sometimes it's like you just don't get it. I can't just pull up my socks. I can't just see the good. I can't just look at something other. I know people have told me, well, so and so has it much harder than you, so you should feel good about your life. Well, that doesn't help. Knowing that this person is having it worse doesn't make me feel good. Why would that make me feel good? And now I feel doubly bad, because now I feel sorry for that person, and I feel even more crappy because I'm being so selfish, feeling bad for myself. So this does not help. I know it was meant to help, but it doesn't help. So I understand that feeling. I'm sure I've said things to people that haven't been helpful too, because sometimes you don't know what to say. So sometimes listening is the best thing to do. Let the person talk if they will, and sometimes just by talking you can work it out. And to be honest, you can talk to an imaginary person, you can talk to your dog, you can I don't have a dog, but if you do have one, to talk to the wall, whatever, talk. Just talking it out can be helpful, but it's nice to have someone that listens as well. Um, Friend, please remove your hands from over your eyes for me. I know you want to leave, but friend, please don't take your life away from me. So sometimes I think maybe the lyrics are meant to say, you know what? I know you don't want to live for yourself, but what about me? Think a little bit about your friend too, or think about other people. You don't want to blame them. You don't want to guilt them into living, really. I don't think that's what Tyler means here, but he just means that there are things to live for. So he's pleading just for me for now, and then for you. When we can both see the light, when I can help you, if I can help you to get there, um, that's when we'll both succeed. And that's when you will succeed too. But for now, maybe it's just for me because you can't see it alone, even though you're not alone. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm drilling holes for myself here. I'm not sure I'm getting my meaning across, but I hope I am. If you are thinking of taking your own life, please seek help because there is help out there. In my second volume of book, short stories rather, I've given the Canadian contact for that, but I know there are around the world contact numbers and websites to get help if you need it. It's very difficult when you're in the midst of it to seek help, but try to do it and talk to yourself, talk to others if anyone's willing to listen. Don't have to take advice from anyone that you don't want to. Just be polite and say thank you and move on if it's not helpful, and seek someone else who maybe is a better listener and gives less advice or less caustic advice if that's happening to you as well. Your life is your life. It's not somebody else's life. Don't live for anyone else. Be kind, be generous, be thoughtful, but you're not living for someone else. You're living your life. That doesn't mean you have to be selfish, but it is your life. So live that life. Live the life that you want to have. Okay, enough of me yammering on. Really enjoyed the song and the lyrics especially. The music was great too, and Tyler's voice awesome. But the lyrics are incredibly meaningful, heartfelt, and you know, he's been through it, so he wants to help other people. And as I say, I'm sure that they hear from lots of people, and it must touch them that their music is helping. And some people think you shouldn't talk about this, you shouldn't go there because it just makes people think more about it. But I don't think that's true. I think it's important to talk about it. It's important to normalize it and recognize it that so many people, at least one time in their life, and some much of their life, go through these feelings and thoughts. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. We will continue to go through the 21 Pilots album, of course, but also other musicians. I have a new one coming up soon that I've never heard of before from Belgium, so that should be fun. See you later. Bye bye for now.